Okay, now guys, let's start. Now take down first. Have you taken down the formulas? Can I scroll up a bit? Yeah. Come again? Uh, yeah. But of course, but that part we won't do it in the graph. Yeah. More to calculation. Remember in AdMaths we did? You took AdMaths? Yeah, that's right. How have we take down? Okay, now let's start. Guys, let me explain first. Listen very carefully. Okay. Now, normally most of the students will make a mistake on this subtopic, which is regression. Okay. Not everyone will be correct. Now listen very carefully. Now regression is no more like your correlation. Your correlation is different calculation. The one is to see the relationship. Okay. Now regression is to forecast the future. Okay. Normally it will be used for what? Forecast the sales, profit, cost, anything related to business. Okay. It can be sales, profit, cost, and whatever. But this formula cannot be used to forecast what? Share price, currency, okay, commodities. In other words, you cannot use this to what? Play forex. You can't. Okay. Now, some of you, because in the last class when I did this in the lighthouse, the student asked me whether can use this formula to forecast forex. And I said cannot. Not this formula. This formula only can forecast sales, profit, cost, units, inventory, or whatever. Okay, related to what? Business, overhead, cost, for example, anything. But can we forecast the forex? Yes, but not this formula. There is another formula, not now. Yeah, very complicated. When you go to master business students, when you learn MBA in finance, you have that. Okay, yeah, I will teach you that, but not now. Okay, now look at that. Long term, yeah. When I say long term, how many years? Okay, more than 1 year, definitely. It can be 5 years, it can be 10 years or whatever. Okay, 20 years also can. This formula is very long term formula. You can forecast next 5 years, 20 years, 10 years or whatever. Okay, so now look at the B and the A formula. Now the B and the A formula we call as what? Regression equation. Okay, that we call as a regression equation. B and the A formula. So in the exam, guys, if they ask to calculate regression equation, something like my example, look at the example A, regression equation, right? So that means you have to calculate what? B and A formula. Okay, now, and this is for forecast. Least square regression equation is used to calculate for forecast, the final answer, in other words. Okay, now to look at the B, let's come back to B again. Look at the B. Is it similar with which formula, guys? The previous formula, the long formula, right? Okay, it's almost the same. But we don't have the square root, and we don't have the what? The y. Okay, so you have to be very careful here. Now in the product movement, when I teach you the product movement, what I told you about the product movement, guys, if you choose the wrong x and y, you're still able to get the correct answer, alright? Okay, but here if you choose the wrong x and y, you'll be what? Getting the wrong answer. Okay, you will get a wrong answer. But for product movement, you won't get a wrong answer, okay, because you have the x and you have the y. X times y or y times x, you will able to get the correct answer, okay. But over here, you won't get the correct answer if you choose wrong x and y. So you have to be very, very careful in the exam, because your final exam a bit trickier, okay. They will confuse you, not they. I will confuse you. Okay, I will confuse you how to choose the x and y. So, for example, still remember I gave you an example how to choose the electricity and machines or whatever. I will use that word here. So you have to be very careful. Now, can you tell me, guys? Can you tell me which one is the x and y? Sales x. That is wrong answer. That is wrong answer. Why it is wrong answer? Now, when you have forecast, when you have this forecast, you cannot choose your own x and y. Okay, I know all this why we choose the x and y, right? But after this, you cannot choose your x and y. We have to follow the question. Okay, why? Come back to this formula now. Look at this formula. Now you're finding what here? Y, right? Okay, this formula is to use to forecast, correct? So over here, they ask you to forecast what? Sales. So that means you are trying to find the sales answer, correct? So over here, what answer does this achieve? The y is actually your what? Sales. So that means indirectly sales is your y. Now we have to follow the question. No more you choose the x and y. Be careful in the exam, guys. So simple. Let us make it simple. Easy to understand. Easy to understand. Put a note here. Whatever they ask you to forecast, whatever. Forecast sales, forecast profit, forecast units, whatever they ask you to forecast, that will become your y. Simple. That becomes your y. Okay, remember in that way, easier. Okay, you don't need to confuse yourself. Whatever they ask you to forecast, that becomes your y. Because we are finding the y answer here, so indirectly, whatever they ask you to forecast, that will become our y, and this becomes your x. Okay? So much okay? Now we have no choice. I know it is incorrect a bit in practical, but we have no choice because we have to follow the formula. Okay? That's the rule. We have to follow the formula. Then only we are able to get the correct answer. Okay? Now, what is another word for forecast, guys? I can use any other words. Okay? Predict. What else? Aga-aga. Someone told that aga-aga before. Okay? Yeah. Estimate some more. Determine. Am I right? All these is the same meaning end of the day. Okay? So in the exam, I can use either of the words. So don't get confused, yeah. Okay? Predict, estimate, determine, whatever. Now, so guys, we already know that this is y, this is x. So far so good. Now, what is the working need to get it done? Look at the formula. What working we have to do here? Do we need to calculate y power of 2? Yes or no? No, not necessary, am I right? We need to only calculate what? X power of 2, xy, correct? So, can you work out that first? Tess, can you add a bit on the required? I forget one part. Comment on the accuracy. Just add the comment part, that's it. Then we can do it together. Comment also. Check, is that correct? Total? Correct? See? Same total, huh? Okay, let's start with the formula. So we start with the B formula first. So how many numbers we have? We have 8 numbers, am I right? Now be careful when you plug in into the formula, yeah? Make sure you follow the correct X and Y. Don't misplace the value. Okay? So how much you get? Anyone? B formula. Come on, just give a try. The answer for B formula. Okay? 0.29. Everyone got the same answer? How about the others? Check. Everyone get the same answer, eh? 0.29. Then we move on into A formula. Now, if you don't know how to put a bracket in your calculator, just calculate slowly, no rush. One by one, you calculate, yeah? Okay? Calculate the denominator and the numerator separately, then you divide. If you put a wrong bracket in your calculator, that's how student went wrong, yeah? Because calculator will show different answer. Yes, correct. Because the calculator don't know which one you asked to calculate first. So it will calculate different things. Huh? Because of the decimal, because you take piece by piece, right? You round it up. No problem. Little bit different, no problem. Decimal. Hmm? Should be. Oh, over here. So everyone gets 0.29? Yeah? Okay. How about the A formula? How much you get? Come again? 39.78. 76. All of you the same answer? Okay, guys, just wanna tell you something. Put a note here. Not always you will get a positive answer. Sometimes you might have a negative answer as well. Okay. So just put a note. Don't get scared in the exam. You get negative. Don't think you are wrong or what. Okay. You can have a both answer, positive and negative as well. So that's your part A answer. So we are done. Let's go for the B now. Y equals to A plus BX. So 39.76 plus with 0.29 in a bracket 300. Now where's the 300 come from? From the question. Look at the part B. 300. That's your X. Comes there. Okay. So how much you get? How much you get? That from the question. Profit is 300. That you put it inside the formula. It's from here. There. So how much you get? 126.76. Everyone got the same answer? Okay. Guys, so far so good? Do you understand about this formula? So what you should do? You calculate the B formula first, A, then you do the forecast. Okay? But be careful, whatever they ask you to forecast, that becomes your what? Y. Remember that always. Then you won't go wrong. Okay? Now students always forget, they go and choose their own X and Y in the exam. That's how they went wrong. Okay? Still have one more part, comment. Comment on the accuracy. Now, since this is forecast, am I right? This is a forecast value, correct? 126.76. We have to comment whether the 126.76 is accurate or not accurate. Guys, do you have any idea how do we we say that whether the forecast is accurate or not accurate? Any idea? Accurate or not accurate? 126.76. How do we check? Okay, this you have it in your formula book. You can check. Okay, interpolation region, extrapolation region, accurate, not accurate. But guys, what is this interpolation, extrapolation? What is this? Now, how do we know whether it's interpolation, extrapolation? Very simple. Now, what answer is this, guys? What answer is this? Your forecast what? Sales, correct? Okay, now let's go back to the sales. Let's go back to the sales. Can you tell me what is the minimum value in sales? So this is your minimum value, correct? Maximum? This is your maximum, correct? So 20 to 150. Now, check, is that our answer is within the minimum maximum or not? Our answer is here, am I right? Within this, am I right? 126.76. If it is within the minimum and maximum, we call as interpolation region. Are we okay? Please put a note. We call as what? Interpolation region. So over here, anything within minimum and maximum, it comes under what? Interpolation region. Anything what? Out of minimum and maximum, it comes under what? Extrapolation region. Example, if we get 200, interpolation, extrapolation. Extrapolation. Example, if we get 15, 15. Still extrapolation, right? Out of the minimum already, or out of the maximum. Okay? So that's how you check. So our answer is within, so therefore interpolation region. Can, no problem. Only for external paper, they want that word to be there. It must be accurate. But since I'm the one marking, shouldn't be a problem lah. If you forget that interpolation, extrapolation word. As long as you say the within or out of, okay, just any key point will do. Okay. The important is you say whether it's accurate or not accurate. That's more important. Okay. That is the one important. That's the main answer. You don't know, then suddenly it was not accurate. You go and put accurate means how? One case lah. It's easy only what. Now remember, you don't need to follow exactly my comment here. Comment is actually from your own words. Just the key point needs to be there. Interpolation and what? Accurate. The words is up to you how you want to write it. Okay, this is my way. Your way might be different. Okay. The important part that I want in the exam, whether it's accurate or not, accurate. Okay, or maybe you want to put within or out of, that's your own word, and still acceptable. I accept. Okay. So much so good, guys. So the comment part, remember here. Okay, don't forget. So if you don't get it, you can go and watch the video again and again until you warm it up. Okay. Yeah. So can you do exercise now? Yeah.